Come on now, don't worry, be happy.
Oh, yes.
Don't worry,
Be happy.
be happy. Hello guys, you are in the car, of course the Carpool Honcho, and my name is Dean Payne from the Crate Flexible Office Space.
I'm Rory from Naked Marketing, also based at
The Crate.
the Crate Flexible
Proud
Office
of that.
Space.
And our Carpool Honcho guest today is this guy, the Roland Meissner
The Meissner.
from loveyourbrand.co.nz. This guy is also at the Crate, so a bit of a crate family this morning.
Yeah.
But it's so good to have you with us, and we're going to talk a little bit more about what you do and what's exceptional about your life. But we've got an amazing topic at the moment. I'm loving it.
The new topic is about simplifying your life and business. So let's talk about that today.
Yeah, we are. But before we do that, we've got some very special people to thank.
We want to thank our sponsors. Thank you guys so much for everything.
You're the legends. Today's podcast is driven by our friends at Albany Toyota.
And we are fed by our mates at Sal's Pizza.
And our tunes are brought to you from The Sound Store.
So we just want to highlight our amazing friend at the Sound Store,
Chris
Dutoy.
Come on!
How would you pronounce Dutoy? Dutoit?
Do tweet.
Dutoit.
Yeah.
He is an incredible guy. He supplies Sonos speakers. He has an amazing store in Newmarket. Go and see him for any amazing sound, guys.
Yeah.
We have got this amazing Sonos speaker, and it's mind-blowing. It's
called a Move.
Yeah, blowing.
That's called a Sonos Move. And I just want to say that we have this incredible Crate sing-along once a month. And we had it last night.
Last
didn't
night
we?
was fun.
Yeah.
And we use Sonos speakers to absolutely flip and crank out the music. It's like the best karaoke night
Yeah,
ever.
it is. Great.
And we do that with Sonos speakers. And I had a really good mate of mine who put in, he's a very wealthy dude, put in hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of sound gear in his house to only rip it out and put Sonos everywhere because they just work so much better.
Best sound.
So go and see our mate Chris Dutoy at the Sound Store in Newmarket. But as we mentioned, we've got an amazing topic and of course an amazing guest that we want to explore this with, and it's about, again, simplifying life and business. We just overcomplicate things way too much, don't we?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
And I'm looking for a little gem, a little hack, a little tip from Roland Meissner today about what you do to achieve that, mate. Tell us, what is it?
Well, I have a very early morning routine.
Yeah.
Nice.
Simple as that.
Structured. Yep. Simple as that.
And what does it look like?
Well, I get up in the morning at 5.
5.
I've got a few things to do at home.
Yeah.
And then I make sure that I'm at the gym at 6 because I take classes there. You know, like HIIT 45 and spin classes and other things. And that they usually start at 6 o'clock in the morning. They go for about half an hour. And then I do some weights. So it's about an hour, wrap it up.
You're a machine.
Now, this guy's a machine. Tell our audience why this 63-year-old is such a machine.
He does a plank for 30 minutes. And if you didn't hear me, 30 minutes.
13-3-0 plank.
Wow.
Lying on his, not his stomach, on his arms.
Yeah, no, straight
And his
plank, and I
toes.
don't move.
I did a
I
hit,
try not move.
I did a hit class with you the other day, and you put me to shame.
Oh yeah, well I got no, you aren't. I don't think so. But
So you're an absolute fit machine of a guy. Has that come because you've busted it out at the gym, or is it something you've been doing consistently over a longer period of time?
no, I started gym about 5 years ago.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Oh,
5-6 years.
and it looks like you enjoy it though.
I mean, when I was younger, I did a lot of gym.
Okay.
So I've always been kind of fitness conscious, but there was a big season of my life where I didn't do anything. And then I did a little bit of something. I think I've always been aware of my body. And I just don't want to get obese or fat or anything like that. And that can happen when you're getting a little older, you know, if you don't look after yourself.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I've always been aware of that, and I've always had to do something, to compensate.
You are such a role model to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey,
In fact, hang
Tell us
on.
about, yeah.
Dean, you started that because when we were in the crate,
We're all going to start stuff, bro.
yeah, you got these guys. Remember, they worked downstairs.
Yes.
And they gave us a session that almost killed us all.
Yeah.
We couldn't actually walk for the next week. And that actually started the whole process.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
So thank you, Dean.
Part of being a community.
Yeah.
eh?
But then I got back into it.
Yeah.
I signed up to the gym, and then that's the end of that story. Yeah.
Can we just cap, Rory? Can we just cap what he does? So it's 5 a.m. start.
Yeah.
You get to the gym by 6.
Yeah. I'm in the spin class at 6.
At 6.
Yeah. So yeah.
And is there anything else that makes up your morning that makes it special and important?
Well, then after that, I go back to the office, perhaps make a cup of coffee, and I need to cool down. So I have a little bit of quiet time with God. So there's a bit of spiritual
Very cool.
aspect.
Nice.
Read my word.
cool.
In fact, I read the Old Testament, New Testament, Psalms, Proverbs.
Ah.
So there are four
Get your daily
chapters.
wisdom.
Yeah. And then I have a shower, get changed, and then by the time that all rolls
late.
around, it's like 8 o'clock, 8:30.
And is this
Thank you.
Monday, Tuesday, Friday? Is it
No, this is every day of the week.
Every day of the week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Over the weekends, in a different routine.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Monday to Friday, you're at the gym. That's love it.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool.
Love it.
Yeah.
So tell us, why is it so important to Mr. Meissner to have this sort of routine in your life? What does it do for you?
Well, it became organic, but when I started my own business, there were a year or two where things really slowed down. 2010, I think it was, and I used to wake up in the morning at about 3 or 4 in the morning, not go to sleep and overthink things, And I think when you worry about where the next job's going to come from, that's what happens, Just wake up in the morning, you're thinking about, I'm going to sell this house, I'm going to have to sell my wife.
Lorraine, I'm so glad you
I don't know.
him. What do those men do without you?
No, these are things I think. I don't say it.
Too late.
I don't. Yeah, too
I'm
late.
gonna see it now.
Yeah, so, but in some respects, God is always good, and He always has His hand over you. Although those are tough years, and I wasn't actually gymming at that stage. I had put on weight. I'm about 80 now, but I was about 90, just over 90.
Sure.
So I lost
done.
10 kilos,
Well done,
in
buddy.
those
That's awesome.
kind of years, over those years.
So Rolls got rid of the rolls. Eh?
Yeah, and it was getting to a point where I was tired.
Yeah.
So if you eat too much bread and pasta and stuff for lunch,
Lethargic. Yeah.
you get lethargic. You want to go to sleep, in the afternoon. So I had to make some changes there. I had to make some business changes as well, and that's actually where we spoke for the first time.
Wow.
And the crate hadn't even existed at that point, but Dean was building websites, and we just chatted about maybe
I used to make
some
websites out
connection.
of stone. Back in the day.
Moses.
It wasn't that long ago, but yeah.
So that's cool, man. But those 5 a.m. starts, you're saying that, really started to change the way that you operated?
Yeah, I think I got into a routine where when I started, and it's hard work in the beginning, like for instance, when you're trying to lose weight or trying to become fit or trying to, I didn't see any definition anywhere. Everything was like,
Soft.
organic, soft. Yeah. You have to kind of just work at it all the time, because they say you only see progress after a very long time. A lot of people just give up. So I just kept at it, and just worked at it.
Consistency, yeah.
In fact, someone challenged me to the plank. So I did a 4-minute plank, 5-minute plank, and people went, "Whoa, gee, you could do a 5-minute plank." And I went, "Yeah, but it wasn't so bad actually." And this lady in the gym, instructor, she said, "If you do 10 minutes, I'll give you a session. I'll give you a month for free at Snap."
Wow.
So I went, okay, challenges on. I like challenges. And eventually I built up to doing over 10 minutes. And I told her, and she said, "Oh, well done. You got a month free."
I'm going to go tell her.
And I think that's where I set my first record. My first record was about 12 and a half minutes. And I thought it was great. And then I didn't do anything for 2 years. And then I thought, I'm going to actually beat that. I think I can beat that. And then people around the office, like Nui said, "Oh, did you say you did a 15-minute plank?" And I went, 15 minutes, you're on. So I did a 15-minute plank. And someone actually said, a client of mine, I mentioned this to them, and they were following me on Facebook. And they said, "So, Brew, you're going to do 30 minutes?" I went, "Okay, that's a challenge." And I did 30 minutes.
We're talking
I had to
about
work-
a 63-year-old young buck.
Yeah. Don't
63.
call me old.
Showing us that,
63 doing a
Gee whiz.
33-minute plank.
I just love the way that you.
Actually, I want to beat that.
To you, it's holistic. It's about your mind. It's about your body. It's about your soul and your spiritual life.
I think it's rounded.
And your intake of good food. It's really good. Well
You're
done,
consistent, Rolls. You're consistent.
Yeah.
And I think
I've become consistent.
Yeah.
I wasn't really.
Yeah.
When you're out of sync with your body, and even spiritually, you can go through seasons where you're in the valley. You feel totally out of sync with all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Your life feels unbalanced. But if you put those things in place, then it really simplifies everything. It makes life very focused.
So you saying that a 5 a.m. start and a good routine in the morning kind of just sets up the rest of your day and the rest of your week and then for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Is that what
I mean,
you're
I
saying?
don't really. I guess habits every day will form habits in your lifetime.
Yes.
Will change your lifestyle.
Yeah.
Won't it?
It was quite a weird thing when I was younger. I used to hate routine and hate having a structure. The older I get, the more sort of at peace. Shut up.
You rely on us.
I need that routine. I'm also going to become a planker.
But I think everybody does have a routine, even if you don't have a routine.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you the next question, and that is, what positive outcome has this routine had on your life? But I kind of want to, kind of point you in the right direction, because we are on the other end of that. We get to come to work in the crate every day and experience Roland, who's this happy, consistent, encouraging. You're not a warrior. You bless people with who you are, your personality. Mate, tell us a little bit more about the outcome and what that means to you.
I am a happier person because of that. I also have the workflow has actually increased over all those years.
Wow.
And it was one of the reasons I don't have to worry anymore. And in fact, when that happens for quite some time, you just get into the habit of not waking up at 3-4 in the morning and thinking, when's the next job going to come? I just trust that work will come in. And when you live your life like that, it's very dynamic. It just happens. You become a magnet to things. And I think if you're healthy, you get a magnet to healthy people. If you eat healthy food, you're a magnet to people who eat healthy food. Even people at the crate have changed because they've seen, Roland has salads every day. And so they start coming in with salads, and that's quite a nice influence. Yeah. And then I also have helped, I like blessing people. I find this is another dynamic that is very attractive and helps me down the line. I don't do it for that reason, but it just, if I bless someone, and I've made people lunch for instance.
Simple.
Yeah, and I don't expect them to make me lunch in return, but it's a blessing that comes back to me in another way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't ever have to worry. You know, I don't worry anymore. I'm happy.
Nice.
So it's like that song. Don't worry, be happy.
Love it.
I kind of love that song.
So,
Yeah.
Go for it, Dean.
5 a.m. start. We start to be a happier, nicer person.
Yeah.
You then start to worry less, which puts you into a place of being able to trust life, trust the people around you. And then we're talking about a business podcast here, then the business starts to flow. Like, that's a cool story here.
Very cool.
Yeah.
You are absolutely a role model. Hey, so
Thanks, guys.
our guests, we get lovely people like you on with such wisdom at your young age to depart knowledge on people out there, our audience. Give us a couple of tips on what you can do every single day as a practical way of doing things to get this sort of framework in your life.
Well, I'd say have a positive routine, because, you know, for me, it's starting early in the morning. For others, it might be a little later. But I think just the routine needs to have a positive impact in every aspect of your life. If you're eating bad food, change that habit and put that into your routine.
I'm going to edit that part out. I don't like it. No.
Oh, Dean, I'm going to make you a salad.
I love
Would you like
yours.
that? I'm going to make you a salad as well. All right.
I love your food.
I love service.
Yeah. If you aren't going to gym, or, you know, you're not, some people aren't gym people, you know, let's be honest about that. But then go for a walk, you know, do something that will move your body. I
Get
think
the blood moving.
exactly. I think you need to move. If you don't move and you're only sitting at a computer,
Gee whiz.
I've got a watch now that tells me stand up. You know, it's time to stand up. You've been sitting too long at that machine.
I think that the key that that shows up in your life really is the fact that you're consistent to do something very similar every day. You're making a habit out of it, and you do it at the same time every day, right? For you, it's 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Others, it might be in the evening. It doesn't matter, but you do something, your body starts to almost thirst after or crave, right? In a good way.
Yeah.
That's positive, and it just lifts your whole life.
Well, it works on your endorphins, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it adds to, I mean, that becomes your habit, and your habit makes your life, you know. So you start living a healthier life. In fact, remember I spoke to you about working out in the beginning and you see nothing happening. Now I see some muscles develop, or the fat is burnt off.
Roland
and I see the
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, so I see
Nice.
some, and I'll tell you, that's very inspiring, because now when you see that definition, you think, I'm going to work harder. And, you know, people come to me and they say, gee, how old are you? Like one guy came to me after and says, how old are you? So I told him my age, and he said, I'd like to be like you.
You are an inspiration.
That is awesome,
But
right?
you're an inspiration in all parts of life.
Yeah, but also, you guys, get to the crate. Just come for a trial, because then you can hang out with really inspirational people like Roland, and just like being around him, he'll impart all his knowledge. He'll give those blessings to you like he does to myself or Dean or my team. But we're just a really good community there. So come and hang out with us, and Roland will give you salad.
Well, yes.
So Roland is a graphic designer, an artiste when it comes to brand, and that's his name of his company is Love Your Brand. You can find him at loveyourbrand.co.nz.
He designed this for us.
He worked with Naked Marketing on their brand. He worked with The Crate on our brand.
Mitre 10.
We love Mitre 10. And
brand ambassador to Mitre 10.
Brand ambassador for many, many years.
Looking after their brand.
And I know that you've worked with some key brands that's part of the food stuff group as well. So this guy is a veteran when it comes to top quality brands. And I know that the times that I've worked with him on this brand, you just have this knack, the skill of just getting it right every time for the customer. And I know you've got a passion for people to fall in love with their brand and their identity of their business, right? Just like we've got to believe in our own personal identity, you've got to believe in your business identity. And this guy helps you discover that and bring it to life.
Absolutely.
So jump online, loveyourbrand.co.nz. Well, Mr. Roland, absolute pleasure to have you in the car with us on the
Thank
Carpool
you.
Honcho.
Thanks, guys.
Be our
Love you,
Carpool
love you,
Honcho
love you, love
guest.
you.
And of course, explore this amazing topic of simplifying life. And that little thing of just starting a daily routine. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cheers, mate.
Over and out.
See you guys.